think everything that my son has gone through because of me being in a relationship with a man that struggled with drugs and alcohol, he's trying to retaliate. The past 2 years, he's a different child. I thought my mom was joking when she called me and told me my son caught the woods on fire.
So what makes you want to be bad?
So mom and dad are divorced, and it just makes me mad.
Would you rather go to jail with your dad?
No.
If you continue to set fires to things, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
You give me 20 push-ups. 1, 2, good. 3. Then
my 18-year-old is out of control, as well as my 15-year-old out of control. My 18-year-old is pregnant.
Who's the worst influence?
It depends on what day it is. Skip school with the little crew and knock toes in the wall, turn the water on, let it run, burn some things, just a whole bunch of stuff.
Why do you do that?
Because I can.
Because you can. I tell you what, I don't like your attitude.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to leave? Because I don't have to be here.
Good, leave.
Okay.
Leave.
Bye-bye.
Leave.
That's right now.
Welcome. Being a single mom is hard enough, but what happens when you're dealing with a child whose behavior is so out of control? You're worried about his future. My next guest says her son is stealing, setting fires, smoking, and watching porn. Wait for this, and he's only 12. Please welcome Melody to the show. "12 years old. What do you think is happening with your son?
I think everything that my son has gone through his entire childhood because of me being in a relationship with a man that struggled with drugs and alcohol his whole life. And that's all he's known. And it got to the point where I had to take him out of that situation. And so I think he's trying to retaliate. Because after 2 years, the past 2 years, he's a different child. I don't...
So his dad was incarcerated?
Yes.
He's setting fires to what?
My family owns a barbecue business, and I thought my mom was joking when she called me and told me that my son caught the woods on fire, all behind the whole shop. It was all destroyed. The fire trucks came, the news, it was the most humiliating thing as a parent. When you're trying your best and you have a heart condition and health conditions and you went from having a house and a car and everything to nothing just because you knew you were making a good choice, getting your kids away from someone that was toxic, that needed help, and now he's taking it out on me.
Why do you feel so sad right now?
I'm sad because he knows better. Hunter was raised better. He knows better.
He's got a little brother. He beats him up.
He picks on him.
Picks on him.
Little things all the time. All the time, little things. I've been in the emergency room because he was playing with him and threw a rock at him, and he hit him so hard, his brother wouldn't stop bleeding, and he throws a ball, and he intentionally hits him in the nose. And
6 months ago, he stole an iPhone.
6 months ago, his brother found an iPhone and brought it to me and informed me that Hunter has had it and had
So where did he get the phone from? Hunter
told me that he found it. And you don't just find a brand new iPhone.
Did it have numbers and was it programmed?
It had one website in it.
And what was the website?
And the website was pornography. I found out not only did he get it from his friend, he stole it from the friend's dad.
Wow.
Deleted everything.
So tell me the story about the e-cigarettes.
His brother brought me a little box that he found in his bed and told me that was Hunter's. And I thought it was a phone charger. I didn't know what it was. He said, it's a cigarette. Go look. There's something else that goes with it. And it was the part that you put on it to smoke it, I'm assuming. And I found out it had been happening for a while without me knowing. And I pay really close attention. That scares me that he's doing things that I'm not catching.
What is your biggest fear with the way your relationship is now?
My biggest fear is that he'll turn out like his dad. And I do hope that I know that there is hope for his dad, but not in our marriage. And I don't want to feel like I'm being punished because of that.
E-cigarettes, watches porn, stealing phones, setting woods on fire.
Disrespect.
Disrespectful.
Blatant disrespect.
I can't wait to meet this kid. Hunter, come on out. How are you, Hunter?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How old are you?
I'm 12.
12. Are you cool?
Sure.
Yeah? What do you want to be when you get older, when you grow up?
I want to, like, be in the military.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Come here. I want you to give me 20 push-ups.
Okay.
1, 2, good. 3, good.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good, keep going. When you get tired, I'm going to help you, right? Come on, I've got you. Good job. Good job. Well done.
Good.
So I'll tell you what. Mum, sit over there. That's good, right? You did good. When you got to about 15, you were getting tired, right? You're breathing heavy now, right? So you know what I do for a living, right?
No.
I work with the military. And I train all them guys to do fitness, and I train them to go in and do what they do every day of their life. And a lot of those people travel the world. Have you heard of Afghanistan and Iraq? A lot of people lost their lives there, right? So when you want to be in the military, that's a big deal to me. But there's a lot of things you had to do to get there. You know what they are?
You had to be at boot camp, and you had to...
Well, first of all, you got to go to school. Secondly, you've got to be respectful to rank, right? Because there's always going to be a general. There's always going to be somebody above you. And they tell you to do something, you have to do it. And if you don't do it, what do you think happens?
And you get in trouble, and then you can't be in the Army.
Yeah. And the Army is a good place to be because it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to shoot rifles, how to blow things up, how to drive tanks, how to jump out of planes, the really cool stuff. And I get to do that a lot. But guess what's not going to happen?
What?
You're not going to be able to get into the military, that dream. You know why?
Because disrespectful.
Because you're being disrespectful to your mum. You're watching porn. You're not ready for that yet. You're not. Setting the woods on fire. And what happens is, every time you do something at this age, every time you do something wrong, and your mum has to call the police, or somebody calls the police, or you steal a phone, and then you go online, everybody can see where you go. Do you see where I'm going with this? What am I saying to you?
That people know what I'm doing.
And every time you think you're getting away and being cool, like smoking the cigarettes, the e-cigarettes, and hanging out because your friends want to do it, because I don't think you're a bad kid. I don't. I think you take direction really quick. You sat down and you did push-ups, right? So what makes you want to be bad?
Like, my dad and are divorced, and mom and dad are divorced, and it just makes me mad.
So you're mad that your mom and dad got divorced?
Yeah, I'm mad that they got divorced.
Why?
Because it, like, made me happier when they were together and I didn't do as bad stuff, and my dad disciplined me more.
So you look to be disciplined?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good start, right?
Yeah.
So you miss your dad?
Yeah, I miss my dad a lot.
And you were close to him?
Yes.
So why do you think your mom and dad got divorced?
Because my dad did a lot of bad stuff, like drugs and stuff, and they got a divorce because he did that. But I really love him still, but because he got me a lot of stuff and disciplined me a lot.
You wrote a letter to your dad, right?
Yes.
Is this it?
Yes.
Can you read it for me?
Dear Daddy, I'm sorry that I have not wrote you a lot of letters. It's because I was mad and hurt, and I didn't know what to say. I still wish that you could make better choices so I can spend more time with you for the time that we have lost together, but I can't lie because I have made some bad choices too. But if you were with me to talk to, I would make better choices also. I am sorry that I am blaming this bad stuff on my mom, and I hope I get to see you soon. Love, Hunter.
When you wrote that, what were you thinking?
I really miss my dad, and I need to start making better choices.
Would you rather go to jail with your dad?
No.
Why?
Because it's a bad place to be, and then I'll never get to achieve my goals.
Good. If you continue to set fires to things, and you continue to do things that are not correct for a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old or at every age, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
And you're going to get hurt in jail. And I'm
Yeah.
sure your dad will tell you that, right? Your dad will tell you that he probably hates it. Coming up.
Here's what I know about guys and girls who set fires. They're angry. Here's what I know about kids who steal. They're feeling cheated.
After the break. If you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to be part of my studio audience, go to therobertirvineshow.com now and come and join the party. So why do you disrespect your mom?
Because I blame it on her because of the divorce, and I get really frustrated.
So your dad, that you put on a pedestal, and you should do, is in prison or jail for some bad things.
Yes.
Okay? And if you continue to do these things that you do, you will have a life of crime.
Then I'll never get to see him.
Well, not only will you not get to see him, you won't get to see your brother. Right? Your little brother that you beat up. Right? Why are you upset? Why are you upset? What are you thinking right now?
I don't need to be mean to any of my family members.
Okay. I don't think you're a bad kid. I don't.
Not.
But it wasn't your mum's fault. Okay? It's two parents that try to do the best they can, especially your mum. Now she's a single mom.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she doesn't love you. She's trying to do everything to make sure you have your dreams.
Yeah.
Right? And every time you do those bad things, it just goes a strike against you, not your mom.
Yeah.
And you as you go older, and you're not far from being a young man now, right? You're 12?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do to change? That's my question.
I'm going to stop making bad choices and be nice to my mom.
I have a very dear friend in the audience, Dr. Fran Wolfish. What do you see here?
First, I see an exquisite piece of immediate bonding between you and Hunter, and it tells me how thirsty and hungry you are for a connection with a father figure. You really do miss your father, and we all see it. You are a good guy, just like Robert says, a good kid. Here's what I know about guys and girls who set fires. They're angry. Here's what I know about kids who steal. They're feeling cheated out of a certain kind of love and attention. And I wonder if maybe you could carve out 15, 20 minutes a day, just you and a Hunter, eye-to-eye contact.
You're right. I've noticed an improvement in his behavior.
When you do
Whenever that has happened, yes.
Do it every day.
Okay.
Do it every day. And let me say something to you. I want to finish with you, okay? You have a right to be angry. Every boy and girl wants and needs a mom and dad.
Yeah.
Every boy. And I want you to know you've got a mom who loves you and a dad who loves you but isn't there in the house. Maybe mom can find a good guy, Big Brothers of America, somebody who can be there, toss a ball with him weekly. That would help this boy of yours. But Mom, here's what I'm going to say to you. To be a good parent, you have to do two things at the same time. Love and nurture your child. You can write the book on that. But at the same time, you have to be comfortable saying no, setting rules, setting limits, and following through.
Stand up. Stand up. Look at your mum. I want you to look at your mum. Mum, come closer. I want you to say how sorry you are to your mum and how you are going to change. And I want you to feel it.
I'm really sorry that I have done the bad things to you and to my brother, and I will change all the stuff that I've been looking up on the internet and all the stuff that I have, I'll get rid of that I do bad choices with, and I'll never get close to anything bad again, and I'll always be nice to you.
You see your mum's crying now. See your mum's crying now? What do you feel there? When she cries, look at her. Does that make you sad?
I was really sad because that she knows that I did the bad things, and that she doesn't really know if she trusts me or not.
There's one thing we have to do in a relationship is trust each other. And especially as your mum, Melody is both mum and dad, okay? She has a hard time. And you're supposed to be the man of the house, right? Give her a hug. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my cell phone number. I'm going to arrange a date where you live, and I'm going to take you to a base, an army base, okay? And I'm going to let you do some stuff and let you feel what it's like to be in the military. I'll set it up with your mom, okay? Because I want you to understand all the things that go into making a brave fighter. Integrity, respect, teamwork. It starts now. But I'm only going to do that if you change. I'm giving you an opportunity to see something that nobody else gets a chance to do. I'll even fly you to D.C.
Thank you.
Okay? To the Pentagon to look at the Pentagon. To see my restaurant there, okay? But this is a deal I make with you. If you step out of line one more time, the deal's off. Okay? Because it's not fair to your mom. I have no problem giving you my cell phone. The minute you break it, we don't talk anymore. Okay? Is that a deal? All right. We'll be right back. Okay? When we come back, what is so cool about vandalizing somebody else's house?
You know the whole story, and she don't know the whole story.
All right, I'm listening.
So I don't even know why y'all here just talking what y'all don't know.
Next. Welcome. Our children are considered our biggest pride and joy. But when they don't behave, it can turn into a household upside down. Meet Lashanda. She is a mother of 5 and says her 2 oldest daughters are out of control. She's here because she is desperate for help. Please welcome Lashanda. So, 5 children.
Yes.
What's going on in your family?
Chaos. My 18-year-old is out of control, as well as my 15-year-old. Skipping school, fighting, just orchestrating everything. Very, very attentive to boys. And my 18-year-old is pregnant.
She's pregnant, but
yes.
You also have a 20-year-old, right?
I do.
And how is she behaving as opposed to the 15 and 18-year-old?
She's an angel.
So how come we've got an angel that's 20 years old and then two siblings, 18 and 15, crazy, and the 20-year-old's not?
That's what I'm here to find out. Why?
Do you have a strong discipline in your family?
Yes, I treat everyone the same. I show love to all of my kids. And we've had a bond since forever, so I don't know what happened. We just woke up overnight, and it was over.
So who's the worst influence?
It depends on what day it is.
Okay.
Caitlin has always, for the past 4 or 5 years, skipped school. And total of year before last, she missed 135 days.
What was the consequence for her?
I took away privileges. I even moved. No game, no phone, no internet, no friends over, you don't go anywhere. But that doesn't mean anything because they'll jump outside of the window from upstairs.
Caitlin vandalized somebody else's house.
Skipped school with the little crew, and I got a call, and they had knocked holes in the wall, turned the water on, let it run, and just filled up. Vandalized the van that was parked in the driveway, wrote on the wall, burned some things, just a whole bunch of stuff.
So what was her explanation for doing that?
She was bored.
I want to meet Caitlin now, right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Caitlin, come out here. How are you? So you're a bad girl, right? What is so cool about vandalizing somebody else's house?
You don't know the whole story, and she don't know the whole story.
All right,
so
now I'm listening.
So I don't even know why y'all up here just talking what y'all don't know.
So what happened?
All right, so she doesn't know the story. I want to know the story. So please tell me.
I don't want to say nothing.
You don't want to tell me? What are you looking at them for? Why can't you tell me?
It's illegal to look. I can't look.
I'm asking you a question.
I can look all I want.
You're pregnant, right?
I sure am.
So sit over here.
No.
Not you,
I'm
your mother.
comfortable.
What's with the attitude? You're 18 years old, right?
Yep.
You know the world, you know everything, right?
Yep.
You're pregnant.
Yep.
What are you gonna do with the baby?
I don't know.
You don't know.
She said that she was gonna give the baby up, but I told her that wasn't a good idea.
What do you want to be when you get older?
I'm going to the military.
You can't go in the military with a baby, right?
I'm not going to have it.
You're not gonna have the baby. So what are you gonna do with the baby?
Adoption.
How many months pregnant are you?
Be 2 months.
2 months, and you're gonna have that baby and get fit enough to go into the military. Can I tell you what I do for a living? I work with the military.
Okay.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard.
That's good.
Right?
Good job.
So if you think you're going to survive with this attitude in the military, you're not.
Okay.
You're not. I don't know what your relationship is with your mom, but when you go to serve a country, you have to listen and take orders.
I know.
You do know. So I don't understand why this, and you're sneaking out at 3:30 in the morning with your sister and doing bad things. Why do you do that?
Because I can.
Because you can. I tell you what, I don't like your attitude.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to leave? Because I don't have to be here.
Good, leave.
Okay.
Leave.
Bye-bye.
Leave. Yeah. So here's what I would do. She obviously has no common sense. She's pregnant at 18 years old. She wants to go into the military. In the military, I lived my life. I was in the military, okay? She is not going to be able to join the military, and she will continue to do what she does when she gets older. Between the ages of 18 and 22 years old is the toughest time for adolescents.
I agree.
It either goes one way or the other. She's already gone that way. And for her sake, I hope that she figures out what comes next. Because what you need to do is give her a reality check. You're too soft on her. You need to find somewhere where she can go away from you. If you
I'm
can't,
not soft.
But if you can't control her, and I've just seen what she's like, you need somewhere that she's going to be controlled so she understands what life is really about. You try to protect her and give her a better life. She doesn't care. There's something going on in her life, whatever it is, and I don't know because we didn't get a chance to talk, that has triggered that anger. And she's angry at the world. When did she start to get bad? When did she start to turn?
It's always been, first it was just skipping class. Then it grew to skipping school. Then it just goes on and on. Don't come home, run away. When you have a child that's very, just lost with reality, what else can you do besides, what I'm trying to do now? I don't know what else to do.
When we return, we'll meet her other daughter, Destiny, and see what's going on there. Stay with us. When we return...
Destiny has put me in the hospital before, okay? Destiny gave me a mild heart attack April before last.
Do you have an in-law who is ruining your relationship? I'd like to help. Come be a guest on my show by contacting me at therobertirvineshow.com or call me at 1-844-IRVINE1. So as you know, Caitlin, very unhappy. She ran off the stage. I just spent about 15, 20 minutes with her talking about life in general. And I got to tell you, she's a really intelligent young lady. She wants to join the military. She's got pregnant with a 3-month-old baby, and she's lost. Didn't think that her mother was caring for her. Her mother upset her. That's why she went off the stage. Sometimes emotions take over, and the world changes right on that spot. And it's my job to make sure that it comes back to the original thing. And that was to help people. We've just done that. Here we go, next one. So I want to meet Destiny, right?
Okay.
Destiny, coming out here. How are you? 15 years old. What's it like to be 15?
Nervous.
Nervous? You and your sister are tight, right?
Yes.
Do you think that you should be sneaking out at 3 o'clock in the morning with your sister at 15?
No, not at all.
Okay, so why do you do it?
Because I want to hang with her and her friends.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a full-time lawyer.
You want to be a lawyer? That's awesome. Okay? So, to be a lawyer, you have to be educated, right?
Yes.
And you've been kicked out of every school in your school district. Why?
Because every school I go to, it's somebody that either picks with me, have a problem with me. They don't like me.
Okay.
So when I feel disrespected or I feel like they're taking my kindness for weakness, I'm going to fight them.
So as you get older, you're going to find that in the real world.
Yes.
So are you going to fight everybody that's in the real world as you go through life?
No.
How's your relationship with your mum?
It's terrible because we don't have communication. We don't know how to sit down and be normal.
Okay.
It's not right. So
I heard you got in a...
normal.
How do you be normal when you don't listen? You talk over me. You don't like for me to get my story out. You think I lie.
That's the answer to everything. When somebody is trying to tell you something, especially speaking from experience, you don't know more. You're only 15.
And you do?
Yes.
How do you know more? Your time period was different, so the way that we were raised...
Exactly, because if you were in my mom's house, you wouldn't be sitting there now.
Have you ever been arrested for fighting?
Yes.
Why were you arrested? Who were you fighting?
The teacher.
Do you feel as loved as the 20-year-old and the two siblings, the babies?
No.
If I'm all lenient, you know, and I'm not stern with you, you're going to continue to run over me. So this is not just, oh, because you don't show me love like that. Yes, I do, but I take caution because I know who you are and I know what you're capable of. So I just stand my ground. When I'm parenting, like I do this twice a month, I get all 5 of them together. What's your problem? Yours, yours, yours. Let's talk that. Do I not?
No. Last time she did it was a couple of months ago.
You don't participate every month.
Because it doesn't work. What's the point of talking?
So everyone else can sit up and participate, but you listen with
everyone
your
else wasn't sitting up and participating.
And face each other. Forget from here where we are. To move forward, how do I get you two to communicate in a civil manner and you not try and fight the world because you feel disrespected? What is going to help do that?
People don't disrespect me. I'm not going to sit there and let someone disrespect me in my face. I'm going to say something back or do something back.
Even if that means that you're going to be put in prison or jail?
You know, the scariest thing is when the police told me, your mama loves you. I don't. Give me a reason. It was scary because she had already been tased, you know, and when she broke the police's finger, it was like, what could have happened? And it's...
So he disrespected you and you...
Yeah, the police disrespected me and I broke his finger.
So if I disrespect you, what would set you off?
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Okay. Don't like your nose.
Oh, my God.
All right? Something like that?
No.
Okay, so...
The people I fight, they do it differently. Like, they...
Didn't mean to make you jump, by the way.
They will start picking with me, then they'll start talking, and then they'll do physical. So when they do physical, I do physical.
Let me tell you how I think you should go. Yeah. First of all, you should say sorry to your mother.
I'm sorry.
No, but mean it.
I did. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
I'm sorry for fighting, disrespecting, not following your rules, and anything else that you felt like I didn't need to do.
That's the first step in repairing something, right? That's the first step when you can apologize and own it. You're doing great. You want to be a lawyer. And that is the most amazing. You're protecting rights of people as a lawyer. But if you have a record for breaking police officers' fingers and truancy and all these things that you've done, you're not going to be that lawyer. Sorry, you're not. You believe that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So where do you want to be in 2 years from now?
In my graduating seat.
Right. So how do you get there? You got A+ so far. You answered the right questions.
I focus on me and school, trying to get to college.
Okay, and you have to?
Listen to my mother.
And the teachers that are teaching you. Your mother has put you on that path to success. She's stopped you doing these things. Continue to grow and listen, and don't make the same mistakes you've made. And Mom, don't change your stance. Keep what you've been doing, but you've also got to take the time to listen. Because half of parenting is listening and making decisions based on not only what you see, but what you hear. And I think that's a big part. Do you love your mom?
I do.
Good. Give her a hug. We'll be right back.
After the break,
You're lying.
Okay, well,
We was married. We was together.
that was 2-3 years after he had that baby.
We was not separated.
I left your house.
No, you didn't. I put you out.
Stay tuned. Do you blame someone in your life for destroying your family? Then come be a guest on my show and tell me your story. Contact me at therobertirvineshow.com or call me at 1-844-IRVINE1. Welcome. This is Corinne. Corinne has been with her husband Marvin for 30 years, except for the 17 years they separated after Marvin got another woman pregnant. Corinne is now taking Marvin back, but is worried he's up to his old ways. Has he been cheating or not? Welcome, Corinne, to the show. How are you, Corinne? How are you?
Hi, how you
Nice to
doing?
see you. Thanks for coming. So you and your husband have some history, huh?
Yeah, we got a lot of history together. We was married for 30 years, and we separated 10 because he went out and got a baby on me.
Okay.
And after, and then 17 years, he got another baby on me.
But you were separated
We were
for 17
separated.
years, so that, okay.
Now, after 17 years, we're trying to get back together, and
So why would you, just a question, why would you take him back after 17 years, 10 years he had a baby? Why would you do that?
because I love him.
Of course you do.
Always loved him.
Okay.
And I know he loves me.
Right.
But he just can't tell the truth. I don't trust him.
Okay.
I don't believe him. He's a cheater. He's a liar.
So you
Just
think
lie.
he's cheating again?
Well, but, okay. Now, she been calling his
Who's
phone.
she?
This other woman.
Okay. All right.
This other woman. She been calling his phone, and she been saying, give Marvin back his phone so I can talk to him, and let me say goodbye
First
to
of
him.
all,
She
that's
just
not my
that let
phone.
me
That's
know
her
that he
phone.
ain't been with her.
So is it just this one woman, or is it more women? Do you
It's
think?
just her. Well, it's two. He was with two women.
It was
Now,
one.
this-
The other one?
It was two.
It was
It was two.
one.
You said you was staying with that. He was staying with her, but he said he wasn't sleeping in her bed. And when I called her, and she said you were sleeping in her bed.
So he never tells you who he's with or what he's doing? He disappears from the house? Is it days? Is it hours? Is it weeks? Is it what?
He'd be back at a certain time, about 9 o'clock. He'd be back at the house.
Okay.
But anytime we get into
Does he smell of sex? Does he look like he's disheveled?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Are you having sex with him?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I get.
Do you think he's having sex with these other women?
Well, I don't think he's having sex with her, because like I say, she calling him and she begging him, let me talk to him, because I have that phone. I go through his phone. Yes, I do.
Yep. Okay. You're very proud of that.
I wish I would see that chick face to face.
And what would you say to her?
Get on. Get the on. Leave us alone.
Right.
She just like a fly. I want to flatter.
Well, I think it's time to meet this man, the myth, this legend, Marvin. Come out here. What's up, Marvin? Wait, man.
all right.
So listen.
I'm listening.
So she says, Corinne says that you're cheating on her. Are you cheating on her?
No.
Who's the girl in the Texas?
The girl in the Texas, somebody that I was seeing before we got together.
Yeah.
And then when we met down south and started talking back together, okay, we were still talking a little bit, on the side, but she was still asking about her. She was sleeping with some. She had a boyfriend.
No, I didn't have a boyfriend. We had separated. He hadn't left my house
you
yet.
separated, but you're sleeping in the same bed.
So let's go back to the first time you were together, right? You were married,
Right.
Then you got somebody pregnant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And you left for 17 years.
So we weren't together when it happened.
We wasn't together when what happened?
When I knocked her up.
You a lie.
Okay, well.
We was married. We was together.
That was 2-3 years after you had that baby.
We was not separated.
I left your house.
No, you didn't. I put you out.
I left your house.
Okay. We wasn't together when you got that baby?
No.
You a lie.
Listen. We separated. I left her house.
Okay.
I moved in with this chick. 3 years later, she got pregnant.
Okay.
So it ain't like I just left her and went and knocked somebody else.
He a lie. Like I said, he a lie. He did.
We'll see.
He did.
So you were like in a 17-year
17 years.
Journey.
Separation. We separated for 17 years.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So-
And the day I left her, when she talking about the baby coming in, that was the day I left during that 17, first day of that 17
He
years.
a lie. We
So-
were still together.
Marvin, I think she's trying to tell her you're wrong.
But I'm telling her she wrong.
Okay. So why do you want to come back into her life now?
We met down south. We was talking. She came out on me talking about getting back together, and like we were back together.
Excuse me.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
It was both of us. It wasn't just one. It was both of us.
So you didn't want to get back with her then? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that.
But I'm just trying to figure out what you are saying.
Okay, when we started talking back together, it was just talk. We was trying to see where it was going.
Yeah.
And then, then after she told me that she jumped the gun and all that. Anyway, when we got back to Detroit, why didn't you take a test today?
So where are you going? Let me ask you this question. Where are you disappearing to, like in the afternoons or 7 times a week?
Yeah. When I leave in the morning time.
Okay, so
I
where
don't
you
get
going?
back to the afternoon.
Okay, when he leave in the morning time, what time you leave in the morning time?
Like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Where you going? What's open? What's open?
I go get my money. You know where I go. All right then. And after that.
Wait a minute. I don't care. You could be going to her house.
Oh, come on now. You know where I go.
No. One morning we got into it.
How many times have you heard I've been to her house?
Wait.
How many times have you heard I've been at her house?
I ain't heard
I did.
Now,
I
but is you been going?
Why? Why would I go?
Well, listen. I'm sure you went out to relax and, just chill, not cheat, right?
When? I go get my money, man. I'm
All right.
mechanic. I work on cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I get back, it's always a respectable hour. It ain't nothing after 10 o'clock when I get back.
Still to come.
Before I read the results, if he fails his lie detector test, what does that mean for you?
I'm done. I can't trust that.
You know what I'm talking about? To move on to.
Don't go away.
Closed captioning for the Robert Irvine Show is provided by... So you're having sex now, right?
Yes.
It's good, right?
Yes.
She said it's great.
He love me
Do you love him?
with all my heart.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Well, we came here for some answers, and we give Marvin... We give Marvin a lie detector test and have the results right here. But before I read the results, if he fails his lie detector test, what does that mean for you?
I'm done. I can't trust that.
You know what I'm talking about? To move on to. That's all.
Okay.
But he said he gonna pass this test.
I'm gonna pass.
So stand up, face each other. All right, so here we are. Question 1, we asked Marvin.
I don't know what that thing is. I told you the truth.
We asked Marvin, since getting back together with Corinne, have you had sexual contact with another woman?
No.
Marvin confessed and said yes.
Oh, that was the beginning. Wait. He said in 2014. I told him 15, everything was shut down.
We asked Marvin, since getting back together with Corinne, have you had intercourse, that means sex, with another woman? Marvin confessed and said yes.
Wait a minute. They didn't ask me that. They asked me a different question.
Question 3. We asked Marvin.
Oh, this is shit like this gonna happen.
Have you had sexual relations with the woman who you texted on your phone, whom Corinne called back?
Okay. Can't get out of that one.
Okay, come on.
Marvin confessed and said yes.
I only confessed to
Wait a
one.
minute. Everything. Which one you confessed to?
Of the 14. Anything 15 beyond, I said no. I haven't had touched nobody. I haven't had sex with nobody but her in 2015.
Wow. That's so funny because the lie detector test says something different. So here's the thing, Corinne.
No.
You were married to him. He cheated on you. He went 17 years into the wilderness. You asked for answers. We asked the questions. He said they're not the questions we're asked. The choice is yours.
We're going to, listen. We're going to take this one day at a time, and we're going to work this out. If we can't work it out, then I let her go her way, and I go mine. Simply that.
But your way is the cheating way before, and what she's worried about is you cheating again if you get back in the relationship.
And back in the beginning, and when the 17 years before we separated, I wasn't the only one cheating.
Yes, you were.
No, you wasn't.
Who else was cheating?
Who you?
Cheat with who?
You told me you slept with him. So don't go there. We both were doing that back
Yeah, I
17
slept
years
with him,
ago.
and I slept with him because you was sleeping around.
Okay, we both sleeping around.
Listen, I'm going to leave you them.
I didn't confess that.
I don't need them. Here's what I'm going to say to you. It's not my world, it's your world you have to live in.
Right.
If you trust him, have about it. Have fun, have sex, do whatever you want. But what I would say is, you have a history with him.
Right.
You figure it out between you. Good luck to both of you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I love my husband, and I'm not letting him go. But he needs to fix this.
We're going to work on this, and if we can get it together, we'll get it together. If not, then we're going to wish each other a happy farewell. She'll go over, we're going to go back.
Do you have a secret that you want to reveal to a friend or a loved one? Contact me at therobertirvineshow.com or call me at 1-844-IRVINE1. Don't be afraid. I want to thank all my guests for sharing their stories with us today. If you're in pain, don't be afraid to reach out to someone you love and ask for help or even forgiveness. True courage is having the strength to tell a loved one you're suffering and you need their help. If you have a question or a comment, visit us at the Robert Irvine Show Facebook page. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
See ya. All right, come with me. Let's go say hi. Come on. Take some hands. Take some hands. Oh, God. Take some hands, buddy. Come on. Right, go on in. Come on, man. Get up there. Take some hands. Thanks, man. Up there. Shaking hands. There you go. There you go. All right, jump down. All right, let's go. Now that.